let's talk about the message. And I put in fact, I think I can open it a little wider here. I put a sample message in this email composition screen, and it's the template you'll find in my book of writing examples called Wait, How Do I Write This Email? And it's full of writing examples for trying to open doors for ourselves. So let's look at the subject line of the email when we ask somebody for advice. Let's note, or for their help with a career question. Let's look at the subject line right out of the gate. Career questions. And notice the words here. Could use your advice. Now, the use of the word advice is critical here. It's so much better to ask someone for advice than to ask for a favor. When there's a favor, people tense up because they're busy and they don't want to extend themselves and do something, go out of their way for somebody else. But when you just ask for advice, suddenly the whole conversation changes, the dynamic changes, because people love to share how smart they are and how much they know versus having to feel like there's some big weighty ask or favor on the other end that they have to fulfill. So always begin with advice when you're trying to open a door or make a connection. Ask for advice. Hi, and then the person's name. A little tricky here. We won't get into it too deeply, but if you know them well enough, you can go with first name basis. If they are much older than you are or the relationship isn't quite there, you can always go on the safe side with a Mr. or a Ms. MS and the person's last name. I hope everything is going well at the name of their company or organization or school. I'm at a crossroads with my career right now and could use your guidance. Critical in that opening line to state the issue at hand. Tell the person right away, why are you writing them? Make it clear. We talk about this a lot, and you'll see this in example after example. Put your bottom line, put your main point at the top of the message, and then provide detail in 1 or 2 lines about why you need the help. For instance, I'm working right now at a research lab, but think I might want to go back to school for a PhD. I would value your perspective before I make any big moves. Please let me know if we can get together over the next week and talk for a bit. Thanks so much. First name and then your email signature. Now let's go back up to the message for a moment. We explain that we're at a crossroads, and then we give context. We give 1 line or 2 lines that explain why we're at a crossroads. So important in communication in the business world that we always give people the background. It's not enough to say, I'm having a lot of trouble and I want your help. And then the person will obviously ask in their own mind, why are you having trouble? What do you need help with? So provide the reason for your message and then background to support the nature of your message. Then the person has the full information to make an informed decision, hopefully to reply to you and offer to help. And also notice, please let me know if we can get together over the next week. We're not saying whenever you're free or if you're free. We're also not asking for tomorrow. We're giving a 7-day parameter, which is enough for the person to hopefully look on their calendar and say, okay, I can spare 20 minutes next Wednesday. Perfect. That works for you, it works for them. But you're not just keeping it open-ended. You're being nice and you're respecting their time, but you're also saying, I need this conversation sooner than later. So let's see if we can make it happen within a week. And just to show you, in case you are curious and want to see any examples of email signatures, this is my email signature. And you'll notice my name, a brief title, email address, website, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then I have a special hashtag, which I encourage all of you to create for yourselves, Danny Rubin Portfolio. If you search that on Twitter, you'll see some highlights from my career over the last several months. So it's an easy way for somebody to look us up and within 5 seconds to see what we're all about. So that is the email for how to politely but clearly and assertively seek someone else's advice.